What is your idea for a new TV show?
Well, surprisingly to me, I was actually getting interested in TV shows for children, and I thought how the genre of spies, like the James Bond kind of grounded type, was never kind of looked into for children. And I thought if you mix that up with just the drama of teenage life, your first crush, and being popular and moving up in rank, and it kind of dramatic or makes the drama of teenage life even more and heightened. So I thought that'd definitely be worth exploring or looking into.
Why are you in this field?
Well, I actually got into it at a young age, and it's the kind of thing for me was nothing else stuck, and this always was here. Um, when I was a kid, I saw like little animation videos on YouTube, and when I didn't have a crew, as a kid, I just make them. I had my own set. I would make my own animations, and that little bit of creativity stuck with me, and I kept doing it and evolving it.
Cool. What are some of your strengths and weaknesses?
Strengths would definitely be preparation for a project, whether it's with the cinema, the camera, writing, whatever. That's what I strive for and really enjoy. Whether even for all aspects, because I've explored briefly, for most of them, I'm able to get them all prepared for a set. My weaknesses would be improv on set if I'm not prepared. But if I do have a good team with me, then usually I am able to communicate and go over any obstacle. And actually, my favorite music video was actually very improvised. And luckily, I had a good crew just had my back, and so we just communicated through all the stress, and it worked out perfectly.
What would you love to do? What do you love to do besides film?
I guess if TV isn't an answer, besides film, really enjoy reading and traveling. Never been on a plane. I just like little adventures, and I take what I can from life and whatever have around me.
What makes you different from anyone else?
Good question. I just learned to be practical after I went through my whole life, kind of like my passion and emotion will get through me everywhere, and I figured out just to be practical, and what I mean by that is self-improvement, and how I got here is just taking every step of the way and learning from it. And lately on projects, I've been able to be really just real with myself and the crew, what we can achieve and what we can't, and so we pull off the projected idea instead of just dreaming, which we tend to do as artists.
What got you into film?
Like I said before, just watching videos online, and there's extra credit at school where we would make videos for science, and I always had the whole class in on it, making bizarre videos with like, I'd take any science vocab word I could to put as many effects in as possible, like thermal energy. There'd be explosions and the whole class would be like roaring with laughter, and that just kind of lit the flame for me myself, and I've been trying to chase that feeling ever since.
How do you respond to stressful situations?
Usually alone, but if there's people there, I definitely love talking it out. It's actually kind of exhilarating when you're figuring out a problem and people step up their game. I love when my crew, with an idea that you're passionate about, you step up your game for you can achieve it no matter what. So I definitely communicate if possible, and if not, I just try to keep myself as focused as possible and not lose it and that's worked so far.
What's your favorite film?
Favorite film? A little indie film called Pulp Fiction. Maybe you've heard of it. It's kind of just my happy movie, despite it being some other people's opposite. It's just, I love how it shows lights on the little emotions of relationships while also just showing what cinema can do itself.
Who's your role model?
For film, probably Scorsese, because he made films about what I think about all the time. For life, definitely just my mom. She used to work definitely late nights, and I was like, I want to do something and give back to her, so I'd check if she was working in a room, like if her computer was on, I'd be like, I'm going to keep working until she turns her computer off. And then that's how I just kind of got my work ethic myself.
Tell us something about yourself that's essential to who you are.
I've always just noticed sharing happiness and sharing expression and all that through images, through film, is kind of priceless. It's like a memory almost. And and memories are our experiences, is what we learn from. And that's what I take away from film, and that's what I try to share. And that makes me the happiest. So that's the process that I'm striving for. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's me.
All right, thank you. That was
That's
the
it.
last
All right,
question.
thank you.